Welcome to the Startup Grind.
I'm going to talk a minute about brand identity. It's the area I'm probably most familiar with and responsible for, and the one that's most visible and most of us think about. It's a very interesting area, and you can see a lot of brands will evolve with time. You know, the first Apple logo with Newton under a tree. Starbucks recently changed their logo. Probably going to be more than coffee. Usually it's a progression towards simple and clarity. Adobe now, many of their products their design identity was driven by the taskbar of what you could fit on a taskbar. How are we doing for time here? This is just a quick example of the EA brand style guide, our identity. And it's based on this truth, this principle, this founding value that we're an association of electronic arts. We're united by a common goal to fulfill this enormous promise of interactive entertainment. And therefore, our brand is that we're game makers. And so every expression of our brand will be from a game maker. So it adopts and becomes made by the game makers themselves. So any logo associated with any one of our products, the brand identity is created by the people that made the game. We call them signature logos. It's like an artist signing a product, or the potter putting his thumbprint in a pot. And so that becomes their signature, and it becomes something that the consumer, who primarily loves the experience, the Sims or whatever product, and they go, oh, then this is the provider maker of it. And it's very true to the game. So it's true to the experience, where regardless of the kind of game it is, it adopts that kind of aesthetic and look and feel. And our goal is to take all this passion that people have for the game experiences themselves and connect it with the EA brand and with one another, so that there's this ability to benefit more than just a product, but that other products can benefit from the brand that's bigger than any one product. I thought I'd show this one example. I'm just really close to finishing, but actually brands take a long time. It's another way to think about it is like personal relationships. If you take that visible brand thing, you can meet somebody that's really attractive. It's like, whoa, there's like a really attractive person, and there's something about them. Sometimes you might like their accent or something, or there's some attribute about them that's this immediately attractive thing. But really it's this experience that you have with them, where you start to get beyond that and get to know them, that starts to develop this sense of trust, and hey, I'd like to see this person again, oh, I want to spend time with them, I'll believe what they tell me, those kinds of things. So it's these frequent and sustained experiences and impressions that begin to form a friendship and a knowledge, and then a person goes from an acquaintance to a friend, someone that you're dating to someone that you might marry. Brands are that way. As I mentioned, most of the top brands in the world are decades, if not 100 years old. And there are the occasional brands that will take off with a lot of exposure really fast, but you have to have something that sustains it. So I thought I'd show you a little excerpt. This is Battlefield. We just launched this a month or so ago. Battlefield 3, and it's the biggest launch we've ever had in history. It's one of our most successful products. This is a little recap of a decade's worth of constant work and updating and working with that particular brand to get to this place. EA Sports, as I mentioned, is over 20 years old. EA brand being 30 years old. So, oh, here we go.
Battlefield 3 is in stores and online. In its first decade, Battlefield has become the established leader in online multiplayer gameplay, the leader in vehicular combat, the leader in play for free, and the leader in all-out warfare. Now, after nearly 50 million units sold, and Battlefield's emergence as one of the most valuable interactive entertainment properties in the industry, there's a paradigm shift about to unfold. The epicenter of this shift is Battlefield 3 and the Frostbite 2 game engine that delivers an experience unparalleled in the history of interactive entertainment. A quantum leap in animation, audio, lighting, scale, and destruction. Huge detailed landscapes are the backdrop of epic battles, featuring intuitive team play that's supported by a Battlelog social network and statistic tracking services. Through Battlelog, players can connect in and out of the game, set up private matches, and compare their progress in all game modes. Battlelog travels with you on handheld devices. Access the Battlefield universe anywhere, anytime. Battlefield is no longer software in a box to play and put away. It's a vast network that cuts across platforms of a persistent open community. It's a connected experience, an entertainment service, and supported by never-ending game-changing innovation. No matter where, when, or how you experience Battlefield, the core values and game-changing excitement that defined Battlefield in the beginning will remain consistent and true in its ever-expanding universe of play.
If you like shooters, you'll like that. So kind of in final, I really like doing slick stuff. I really like doing beautiful things. But it's not that. It's not slickness and polish and uniqueness and being clever and all that. It's really about having truth and having something that you stand for, that customers can trust and believe in, and that you're consistently delivering up to these experiences, and then you build a brand